Hello everyone. So this is just going to be a really quick video about one of our readings, Connecting the Parts. I wanted to lecture a little bit about some of the points that are most relevant within the context of our major writing assignments as well as the course. So a few things that I wanted to note that you might just want to take a few notes on this week as well as moving forward, keep these notes handy, would be that it is really important to actually create relationships between the sources that you're engaging with. Meaning, you need to place transitions usually near the start of sentences or, let's say, new ideas also, so that way you can signal to readers where you as the writer are going next, right? Kind of let them know, I've said this in other videos, right? Transitions almost serve as turn signals when you're driving. So they let the audience know, here's the direction I'm going in and here's why. Because of course it's your job to engage the audience and to kind of bring them into a discussion in a cohesive manner, right? They're not going to understand sources that you're engaging with. Only you, right, can create those connections for them between those sources. So something that you want to keep in mind is that there's, of course, a plethora of transition phrases. And throughout the course of the semester, I will provide you with as many resources as possible to help you in conjunction with the Rules for Writers book. Of course, that has great a plethora of great resources for transitions, but I will say that there's a lot online that are wonderful. There are some on the UNC transition website that I'll share with you. So of course, transitions kind of just help the reader and yourself follow your train of thought. They help you connect your sentences together, your paragraphs together, and then kind of let the audience know, well, here are the connections that I'm making between the different sources that I'm choosing to use, or the different ideas of my own that I'm mentioning at this point in the paper, be them ones that stand alone or ones that are kind of more in response to a source. The more you use transitions, the more I'd say you're able to actually connect the different parts of your text. So you might think about how you can kind of draw on them. The more you use them, really, the more I'd say it becomes like second nature. It's just we don't really speak in transitions. So, that's one, I guess, reason that it can be difficult to kind of get into the habit of using these. But you kind of want to clear your mind and have a different mindset when you go into academic writing and remember, okay, there are different rules that I'm playing by here. There's different conventions that I have to abide by. So I will do my best to use transitions and be as cohesive as possible in the ideas that I include. And that's kind of one of the main takeaways when we think about how we can connect parts effectively within the context of academic writing. Okay. Of course, there is a redundant quality to academic writing and to what we do, meaning that you might say something in the introduction that you say again, right, throughout the course of the rest of the paper, because traditionally in the introduction, you're going to kind of tell us, right, what it is that you are going to discuss throughout the rest of the paper. And the conclusion, you should reiterate a lot of the points that you state in the introduction, but in new terms. So even though there's this redundant quality to the work that we will complete in this class, just keep in mind that you should still repeat yourself, but with a difference, okay? So be careful of reiterating ideas in the exact same way that you did in the introduction. I will say, That is considered plagiarism, self-plagiarism, so do not do that. Not saying we would intentionally, but since it is, do not do that. So just keep that in mind. And I just kind of wanted to mention all of this because it's a good way to add cohesion to your own writing. And then in the end, build your own ethos, which is just another way of saying credibility. So repetition, of course, is actually a major part of academic writing, but it's kind of like I always tell my students, academic writing is still creative writing. Okay, so it's creative in a different way than maybe fiction or nonfiction, but it is indeed still creative. So you still want to follow those conventions, of creativity. So if you just copy and paste from the intro to the conclusion, we're not exactly being creative now, are we? Right? You got to pause and think about a new way to phrase things. So I hope that this video was useful. If you've got any questions, as always, just let me know. And I hope everybody has a good day.